All right. So everyone pay attention. We're going to go through this. First, I want to identify my M and my B. I'm going to do this myself. So my B is -2, and my M is 3, aka 3 over 1. So my B being -2 means I start at -2. And since my slope is 3 over 1, that tells me I go up 3, right 1. So I'm going to go up 3, right 1, up 3, right 1. You also could go backwards, down 3, left 1. Either way, make a line.
Oh, Mr. Joe, you made a mistake. It's not your line. What? It should be a dotted line because it's not equal to.
You know what? You're correct. There's one special rule about inequalities. So this is just a greater than. You remember how we have, like, if it's greater than or equal to, or is it greater than, you have a closed circle versus an open circle? Does that feel familiar?
Yeah.
Okay, so when it comes to lines, you're going to have a solid line when it's greater than or equal to, and a dotted line when it's just greater than. Kind of like the open circle of lines. So it's, go ahead. So it's going to be a dotted line. Kind of showed that it can't be actually on the line. All right, so that was all the old stuff. I guess the dotted line was new, but that was all the old stuff. But the new stuff is now we're going to check a point and see if it works. I'm going to purposely pick a point that fails, okay? So I'm going to pick, let's do 3, -1. I'm going to pick a point here. 3, -1. Again, any point that is not on the line. So then I'm going to do -1 is greater than 3 times 3 minus 2. -1 is greater than 9 minus 2. -1 is greater than 7. I realize my greater than look kind of like 7s. Is greater than 7.
No, false.
So this statement here, -1 is greater than 7, is false. So because it's false, we're not going to color towards my testing point, which is on the bottom right. Instead, I'm going to color away from it because I do not want it to be true, or I want the other side to be true. That means I'm going to shade up here. That would be for that question. This coordinate, because look how I plug it into this equation. It's -1 comma or 3 comma -1. So what's wrong with it is after I do the math, I ends up with -1 is bigger than 7. Now you're gonna tell me -1 is bigger than 7?
Are you Aya? Are you
Guys, I can't hear the question. I'm good at this, so I know how to do it right away. But you don't know that, so you go to do a test and check it out. All right. Did you understand? Did you understand I picked this point? You could pick any point. I just happen to pick that point. So you pick that point. Then you do the math. So over here, the math, and you end up getting -1 is greater than 7. So that's not true. So when you choose the shade, you cannot color the false part. You don't want to color, you don't want to like fill in the lie. So you want to fill in the truth. So if this part's the lie, what's the other side have to be? True. So you color the other one. Yes. Okay.
So for this, right? So this is trying to get y equals mx.
It's not no. Oh, slope. My bad. Go ahead.
And wait, m does equal slope.
M does equal slope. You're right.
It does?
I thought it said nope, and I was like, what do you mean nope?
So it's just here and y equals mx equals b, right? So just y equals 2x minus
Everyone try this one.
1. So that would be
No. No. Why will
Everyone try this one. Gone.
So that would be here,
Mhm.
would be here, and like here, right?
Where's your starting point?
Well, here, and then
-1 is on the y-axis, so you start there. It's on the
oh,
y-axis.
you saw on the y-axis.
Yeah, not the
Oh, I
x-axis.
know. I thought it was really giant. I get one.
Go.
Mr. Tobal.
Both of you? You sharing? Okay.
Mr. Tobal.
Make it down and left or
Down and then right. You don't want to do double negative.
right?
Yeah, because down is the negative part and then right is the
So
positive.
you're literally just turning this into an equals sign,
For graphing purposes, yeah.
and then what?
Okay, so you graphed it. So that's the old stuff. We already know that. Put a little bit of line underneath it. Now we're gonna do the new stuff. We have an inequality, which kind of sucks. So I need a point that's not on the line. You can pick any point on the space.
What do you mean? What are inequalities again?
Inequalities that they're not equal. Equal signs are equal signs, right? And these are not equal signs, effectively. You can think of them like that.
So just
That's what do we mean by inequality. Yeah. So pick a line, pick a point that's not on the straight line. Pick a point that's floating somewhere in space.
So like just starts here and then so like 2,
Like pick a point. Just tell me like literally two numbers.
-3,
-3,
then 2.
2. So put a dot right there. -3, -2. Put that dot right there.
Where?
Left 3 up 2.
-3.
So left 3. Left.
Wait, from here?
Yeah, because it's from the origin.
This is the origin.
Yeah. The word across.
3,
Up 2, right?
2.
Okay. Just put a dot there. So put 3, 2 there. Or -3, 2, my bad. Okay. Now you're gonna take this -3, 2. You chose that and plug it into here. Plug the y. Which one's the y of those two numbers?
2.
Good. And what's the x of that two numbers?
3.
Okay, plug it in, simplify as much as possible. Yeah, like combine the
So
two
do I do
numbers.
2 then the inequality or 2 and then
2 less than or equal to
also 2 is equal to
2 times
times
3 minus 1. Do the math.
2.
Anyone has questions? Remember, -2/3, that means you're gonna go down and then right. Only one number is negative at a time.
Why do we have to color one side if any point, right? If I colored it on the left side of the line, then the other side would be crossed out. So does it matter?
Well, there's one side that's correct and the other side that's not correct.
Oh, so let's say like you do 1 point on the right side.
Yeah.
And it's right.
The other point on the left side has to be wrong if you did it all correct.
So
Mathematically, it's impossible to do both correct.
it's like this.
Is that like right?
And down to right 3. So far, so good, yeah. Okay, so is 2 less than or equal to -7? You tell
No,
me.
But that would be here, so I just go in this.
Perfect, you know how to do it.
But it just I don't get how they guess me there. I don't get like what that solves though. 'Cause
Oh, so I'm saying like any number I plug in here, y should be smaller than this result. So any number that's in this space would cause that to be true. So I'm not just asking about the line, I'm asking about all of this. So you have like this infinite amount of answers in the shaded area.
So what if I made it true? Like,
If
is
you
it
pick something
possible-
like 3, 0, let's say,
So this side is always true. This side is always true.
in this case, yes, for this particular problem.
What do you mean?
For this particular problem, this
What
is
I'm
always
saying,
true.
So like that's what we're figuring out.
Yeah, yeah, which one is always true?
Wait, which side's true? Like for this one, the top?
What did you test?
I did. This one.
2 over -3? So 2, 3, you have a point here, no?
No. Like it's like adds a shape.
Which one was true? What point did you test though? That's really important to know.
I tested -3. I think.
-3, 2?
I wrote it down.
Where? -3, 2. So -3, 2. Is that on the line though? Where is it?
I think I did this wrong.
Yeah, make sure you know where it is in the picture, then you can tell where it's true.
Do you have those little bathroom sheets?
Sadly, no, I didn't have that prepared. I'll have them for next time.
I did, right?
Where's your starting point? Wait,
Yeah, I didn't do it right.
wait, did you do this one?
Yeah.
Well, it's +2. Why is it -2 there?
Oh.
Okay, let's start from the top, okay?
Is our test gonna be on this?
This part, well, this will be part of your test.
It will.
Yes.
Plus what we learned previously.
Plus everything, yeah. Everything with inequalities we
I don't even
learned.
know how to like do what we did recently. Someone's coming over today to teach me.
Okay. I don't see a line. You need a line somewhere, Rory. get the line and then I can tell you if it's right or wrong. Actually, why don't we just do the actual question, okay? All right, everyone, look up here. M is -2/3. B is 2.
Josh cares about
Guys. Guys, I'm about to go over the answer. Please pay attention. So B is +2. So I'm going to go up 2. I'm going to land right here. And then M is -2/3. So that means I'm going to go down 2, right 3. The other way you could do it is up and left. So down 2, right 3. Down 2, right 3. Up 2, left 3. Up 2, left 3. I won't draw that one. This is a less than or equal to, because it has the or equal to, it's going to be a solid line. It's going to be a solid line because it's the or equal to. If it didn't have the or equal to, it'll be a dotted line. All right, time to test a random point. Now, usually you want to pick a point that's like obviously not on the line. So I'm going to pick something like here, -2, 1. Just to make sure you don't make the mistake of picking a point that happens to be on the line. So I'm going to pick -2, 1. You could have picked something up here like 5, 5. It doesn't matter what you test. I'll do 5, 6 next, okay?
What about 9?
I could also do 9, 6, yeah.
What about 6? LOL.
So now we're going to do 1 is less than or equal to -2/3 times 2 plus 2. 1 is less than or equal to, this is -4/3 plus 2. If it makes it easier for you, change it to a decimal.
Since it's -2 times.
Oh, you're right. So +4, oopsies, +4/3. Change it to decimal if it makes it easier to add. So 1.3 repeating plus 2, which means you're going to get 1 is less than or equal to 3.3 repeating. 1 is smaller than 3.3 repeating. Guys in the middle, I don't want you to ask me 6 times. Come on, let's focus. This right in the middle, this is true. Because that area is true, that means everything on the bottom left is true now. So I shade this area.
Can we now do the whole thing?
Yeah, I'll give you a homework.
No.
All right, guys, any more questions on this before I give homework? But basically, the extra part to it from the graphing is the shading. So the extra part is the shading. The shading itself is not too bad. Okay? No matter what point you pick, as long as it's not on a straight line, you should be fine. I'm going to set up your homework.
Did I get this right?
Let me